to you from Brand Viva Media Studios here in Denver, Colorado. It's Adam Contos. Start with a win with producer Mark in the studio. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing so good.
Awesome. Hey, it's always fun to talk to business leaders and really business leaders who are also adventurers. So I'm really excited about today's guest.
Today we have Monty Moran on. He's the former co-CEO of Chipotle Mexican Grill. And prior to joining Chipotle, he was head of litigation and CEO at a Denver-based law firm for over 10 years. Most recently, he realized his lifelong dream of becoming a pilot and flies his airplane throughout the United States to pursue his interest in better understanding and serving Americans, a quest he documents through his startup, Old Tail Productions. He is also the author of the book Love is Free, Guac is Extra. I'm so excited for this interview. I think it's going to be fun, and we have a lot to learn. Monty, welcome to Start with a Win.
Thanks, guys. Good to be here.
Hey, it's good to see you. This is, first of all, you're kind of one of those people who's an adventurer nonstop, and you carry this excitement around with you. And I'm going to say I love this, and you use the word love in the title of your book. First of all, tell us about your book. Give us for lack of a better term, give us a flyover of your book.
Well, you mentioned the word love, so I guess I'll start with that since it's the first word in the title. Why love? It's funny, in our country and probably worldwide, we are all comfortable using the word love with our families, with our friends. We use it with about our pets. We use it even about our favorite sports teams, our favorite colors. Oh, I love red. I love blue, whatever. But, when it comes to business, all of a sudden we feel nervous and don't want to use the word love and we just stop using it. And in fact, it's not just that we stop using the word love because the word love isn't what's important. In our businesses, we sometimes, I think, at least generally, businesses are not operated with love. And really, when I talk about love, I don't want to, it sounds like a puffy, cute concept, but really it's something very, very powerful. And really, if you boil it down, when I use love, what I'm talking about is, really caring, caring about your people, wanting to empower them, wanting to see people at their very, very best, wanting to actually get your kicks out of bringing the very best out of the people around you. The reality is, Adam, that the only source of a leader's power is that other people choose to follow that leader. That's the only source of a leader's power. Now, you might be thinking, oh, no, but you could just say you're going to fire someone. That's not leadership. That's management. So really, I wanted to write this book to help people stop managing, which I think is a waste of time and an unfortunate way of trying to guide people to a result, and instead start leading. But if you're going to lead, you have to lead from love, because if you don't lead from love, which means leading from care, a place of caring for other people, then they're not going to follow you. Because why would someone choose to follow you if you do not care about them and do not have their best interests at heart? At Chipotle, what I really wanted to do is create a situation where all of the people working at Chipotle were empowered. And by empowered, I mean, and I've got at their best, just to make it simple. But I've got a longer definition, which I'm actually really pleased with, which is, empowerment is a feeling, and it's feeling confident in your ability and encouraged by your circumstances such that you feel motivated and at liberty to fully devote your talents to a purpose. Okay, so confident in your ability and encouraged by your circumstances. When people are confident in their ability and encouraged by their circumstances, that magic combination, they light up. They're enthusiastic. They want to do great things. They want to become the best version of themselves while doing that which it is that they're there to do.
Can you talk about why is vulnerability an important characteristic of a leader, and how did you implement that in your organization?
Yeah. God, I mentioned earlier that the only source of a leader's power is that other people choose to follow. So then you have to ask yourself, why would someone follow me? Well, first of all, people will not follow you if you're not worthy of being followed. Okay, so I'm dodging the question again. Well, then what makes someone worthy of being followed? Well, someone is not going to follow someone who they, first of all, don't believe is real and genuine. If they think someone's full of crap, why are they going to follow them? If they think that what's coming out of their mouth is canned, they're not going to follow them. People are only going to follow someone if they think that that person is genuine, is real, cares about them, and will take them to a better place. Will help, provide a vision and help them get to that vision that they want for themselves. when somebody comes to you and is not only not threatening, but in fact sort of just goes, hey, I don't really know what I'm doing, you're going to look for their strength. You're going to say, oh, yes, you do. You've got a lot to offer. But if someone says, hey, I've got all the answers, you're going to look to see the cracks in the armor. And so people tend to, respond really, really well to someone who's does not put up defenses and is vulnerable, shows their weaknesses. Hey, I'm just here to help. How can I help you guys?
You have a controversial view on work-life balance. So
yeah, well, I got the right view on it.
There you go. I mean, it's give us your view on work-life balance, Monty.
Well, I don't believe in it. And I think it's a daft concept. And here's why I say that. And it's not because I think that people should work all the time. And it's not because I think they should never work. I don't know what it means. I mean, first of all, I have no idea what it means. And I think no one knows what it means, right? Or if they do know what it means, that's what they think, but no one else agrees with them. So it's a useless concept. First of all, work-life balance implies that work and life are separate. Do you stop living when you go to work? Is that one? Okay, bye, honey. I'm going to go to the thing that's not life, that sucks. I'll do that for 8 hours and I'll come home. I hope that's not what most people are doing. I know some people don't like their jobs. That's a fact. But I hope that they'll all go find a job they do like. But basically, work and life just overlap, right? When you're at work and you take a call from your wife or your friend, hey, I'll see you tonight at the game or whatever. Did you stop working and start living at that moment? That's silly.
Let's pretend we're all CEOs in our own companies here. All of the listeners are CEOs. Some of them are. So how do you, or what advice do you have for all of these folks that are, obviously they've heard this work-life balance BS and they're like, there's no way I agree with Monty. But we still all have competing priorities. How did you handle that? And what advice do you have for the CEOs out there on managing those competing priorities?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I think one that everyone should consider. When I started at Chipotle and I really didn't know what I was doing, I had to ask myself, what am I going to do? I've been given this big job with this large responsibility, leading lots and lots of people, 10,000 people at that time, and later 75,000 people. And I was like, oh my God, what should I do? What should I do? Obviously, I couldn't go in and do everything myself, right? So hard work, like I used to do at the law firm, working all day, every day myself on a project by myself, that wasn't going to work anymore. And I couldn't make every burrito even if I tried. I couldn't clean every countertop if I tried. I couldn't cut every onion if I tried. So I had to work through other people. So then the question became, gosh, what is my top priority? Well, my top priority had to be to help each and every one of the people at the company be at their very, very best. But then what I had to ask, and I think this works at any company, I had to ask myself, what things are there of all this big menu of things that I'd like to get done? Which of them, if accomplished, would knock down more, would encompass a lot of other things, Sort of like, think about bowling. Which pin can I knock down that'll knock down the rest of them? Well, for me, that was empowering each and every person to be a top performer who was empowered to achieve very, very high standards. So we had to articulate what the standards were. We had to hire the very best people we could. We had to empower them and teach them, the best way to empower other people, and had to create a culture where they knew that empowering other people was their best way, to quote unquote get ahead, right? And so if I could do just that one thing, create a culture where each and every person was focused on making the people around them better, the employees around them and the customers around them. If I could get everyone to do that, and really care about that, it was going to take care of everything else. It was going to lower our food costs because we'd waste less. It was going to delight customers because we'd make better food and deliver it more quickly. It was going to delight customers because we were going to treat them better and give great service. It was going to result in cleaner bathrooms and cleaner counters and cleaner floors and the right music level and the right temperature in the restaurant and a great environment and a wonderful guest experience. Well, holy cow, if you get all those things, guess what? You've got yourself a winning restaurant company.
I do have a question, Monty, that I ask all of our amazing guests on the show, and being, co-CEO of this huge organization, Chipotle, and doing so much in your life. Monty, how do you start your day with a win?
Okay. Well, I suppose personally, I wake up in the morning a lot of times with a little bit of stress. Like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I got all this stuff to do. And sometimes I feel a little like, oh crap, a little bit, maybe nervous, maybe a little anxiety, a little afraid. I find that and I'm not very good at meditating, like sitting still and just kind of, I'm not really good at that. I wish I were. I think a lot of people meditate at the beginning of the day because it gets them calmed down. I think the best thing I can do is go for a run or exercise. Go for a swim, go for a run. What's great about swimming is you can't talk. You can't listen to, well, I suppose there's headphones now, but I don't have them. Anyway, you're in the pool and you can't open your mouth or water gets in. So you just got to just focus on the swim, and it calms you down. It organizes your thoughts. It gives you clarity of mind, and you've also started the day with cleaning out your system and getting your heart beating a little bit and kind of getting rid of some of those nerves. And then when you come out of that swim pool or off that treadmill or off the street from your run, you're calm. You're taking deep breaths. You got a lot of oxygen in your mind, and you're ready to start prioritizing really well and being efficient throughout your day and getting a lot done. So I think that's the best way for me to start the day with some good exercise.
I love that. That's such a great way to start your day with a win. Monty Moran, former co-CEO of Chipotle Mexican Grill, author of Love is Free, Guac is Extra, and just an amazing guy. Thanks for being on Start With a Win.
Thanks, Adam. And make sure, I'd love people to just a quick plug to check out my TV show. It's called Connected, A Search for Unity. It's on PBS. And you can go to loveisfree.com to find out how to view that show or how to get a book or whatever's going on with me. So.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, my friend.
Hey, thank you, Adam.
Hey, and thank you so much for listening to Start With Win. If you want to create personal and business success, make sure to subscribe to this podcast and head over to startwithawin.com where you can find more great content and figure out how to get in contact with Adam. Hey, until next time, remember, start with a win. Monty, and then one other question I had for you is that you're flying all over the country.
Yeah.
Are you doing, is it mostly solo, or are you bringing a co-pilot or somebody along with
solo.
you? Okay.
It's all solo. Yeah, I always fly. I just fly solo, but
it must
it's
be an
awesome.
amazing time to think and just be out there and just, it must
great.
be so peaceful.
It's awesome. It's the most wonderful thing. I sort of can't believe, I have to pinch myself. I can't believe I get to do it. It's so cool. But, and a lot of times I bring passengers, just not particularly a co-pilot. But
yeah.
That flying on that airplane is such a liberating feeling, and it enables me to get out and meet a lot of people. And it really enabled me to do this documentary, which has been just such a wonderful thing for me, this connected thing where I go out and meet people from different walks of life and try to present their wisdom, sort of share the wisdom with people who might otherwise have been never been seen or understood by the TV audience. So it's been a blast.
We'll have to have you back and down the road and have another good conversation. So
I'd always love to do that. And so just let me know. And then check out Connected and watch a few episodes, see what you think. We've
Definitely.
got terrific feedback from it. People seem to really respond well to it. So that's a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Hey, thanks for sticking around for the after show content here on YouTube. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button, the thumbs up, and the bell icon so you get notified every single time a new episode drops. And until next time, we'll see you when we see you.